Let's start with our icon. So with our icon, we are going to increase the font size to some 60 pixels. We're gonna make them be displayed as inline block so that we can give paddings and margins to the element. Let's actually give some padding. 0, 1.2 rem and 0. Save, see how it looks like. Okay, very good. I'm gonna inspect. I have my icon right here. Okay, where is the padding? I can actually increase a bit right here. No, let me try 2.7. 2.8 is much better for me, and 1.2. okay, and I'm gonna adjust some margin right here, margin to the bottom, because I want to have a little bit of space between this icon and the text right here. I'm actually gonna start with some 2 pixels, increase more and more, much better. So I'm gonna save these settings, 2.8, and put a margin bottom of 0.5 rem. Save. Next, I can go and attack my title. In my title, I'm gonna start with the text to transform to make it uppercased. Next, I'm gonna put the font size to be the default font size. I'm gonna increase the weight, and I think it's all for this. So let me go and check. Yes, here it's okay. The next thing I'm gonna do is to attack the description, which is this one: sell your new or used car and much stuff. So I'm gonna put description. Here I'm gonna put the text align. This can be justified because if you check right here, this one is aligned to the center, but this one is really justified. So we're going to be using the align to the center property to align the title and the icon, but the description we're gonna simply put justify. And yes, that's all I think for this part. Yes, here we have it's justified, so we can actually give some margin because we still need to have more space. Instead of using the CSS, what we can do is simply use the utility class for these service box titles that we have. So let's hold Alt, click here, Alt, also click here, Alt and Alt. We're gonna be using utility margin bottom small. Save and check. Let's see, here we have, very good. Next, we gotta describe this effect right here. So this is simply, and actually you can do what we basically have here is the translation in the Y direction. You can see it goes up and it scales a little bit. So let's come here. Also, it has some shadow. You can see right here the shadow. Okay, so let's go back and make that happen. And here we have hover. What we're going to change is the translation in the Y direction. So let's use transform, translate Y. We're gonna actually remove some 17 pixels, 1.7 rem, and we're gonna scale it to, let's start with 2. Save. And the box shadow, let's put 0, 2 rem, 3.8 rem, and RGBA is gonna be the black color with 15% of transparency. Here we have, and it's repetitive, this shadow. So if you want to put in a variable, you can easily put. So let me go there and check. Okay, Oh, it's scaling so much. And actually we need to have a transition right here, because with this just it doesn't look very nice. So let's here add a transition with all of some 0.3 seconds, and the cursor is gonna be pointer. Let's save and check what we have. Okay, we have the transition, but it's getting too much. So let's come here, use our inspector. We're gonna click right here, and where is the translation? Right here. Let's actually find it. That is applied in our element. Let me go to the what is this element? This is the service box. So this is right here in our scaled hover in the service box. Yes, so our service box is this one. So let's click on it and let's apply the hover state. Nice. Let's see the styles that we have. Okay, actually let's reduce the amount of scale. So 1 point, let's start with 5. It's still too much. Let's go reducing 0.5. No, let's try for example 1.0, 6.08. Yeah, 6 is much better. So let's save right here. This is gonna be 1.06, and that's all. So let's save, remove this, and here we have all is designed how it should be. So we have finished designing this component. What we have to do next is design the where we add. This is so easy to design. Here we simply have a background to this div. Let's move.